Sets us up for the Daily Take with the great Geraldo Rivera listening in. What do you expect from President Trump tonight in Pennsylvania, taking the show on the road, so to speak?
How you doing, buddy? I think that the president will shine. He loves these kinds of events, particularly when their house is packed with Trump supporters. He's the biggest rock star in Pennsylvania and in the country and in the world. He plays that to the hilt. He's very charismatic. He's got some issues, though. I was curious that he did that big interview with Politico, and focused basically all on Ukraine rather than the domestic issues that you're talking about regarding this huge rally.
Good point. That's what everybody's been criticizing him for.
Yeah, I agree. There's no doubt. I don't necessarily agree with the criticism. I agree that he has had to fight off, many people within his own circle who say, Mr. President, you've got to pay attention to our situation, the price of a quart of milk, not whether Zelensky can survive elections in Ukraine, although that is no doubt, Connell, an intriguing question.
Yeah, one of the biggest headlines, there were a few, but because it was a long interview that he did with Politico, was him going after the leaders in Europe. We have that clip. Here's the president sitting down with Politico. Take a listen.
Europe is not doing a good job in many ways. They're not doing a good job.
I want to ask you about that.
They talk too much, and they're not producing. We're talking about Ukraine. I think they're weak, but I also think that they want to be so politically correct. I think they don't know what to do. I think they should get the people out that came into the country illegally.
So there you go. That's exactly what you're saying. He's going after them, and you say he should be talking more about us.
Well, definitely. I think for the average Joe, it is all about whether or not they can afford a reasonable life. But it is intriguing, and we have been watching this war now for a couple of years, and what do you think? Would Zelensky win an election in Ukraine? I think that is it's a fascinating. I don't know the answer to it. I haven't seen polling from Ukraine. No. But he, it's like a love affair that's gone bad with Zelensky and Trump. Some days he's okay with Zelensky. I think he relates to him because of his background. Zelensky coming from show business as the president did, along with real estate. But Zelensky's
I don't know if he's a big fan, though. I mean, it goes back to the quote-unquote perfect call years ago. So I don't know if he's a big fan of Zelensky.
I don't know either today, but I know. He changes. I was going to say that he's so fickle in terms of his relationship. It's like a college girlfriend that he keeps breaking up with and then coming back to and so forth. But the big question about Europe, I found fascinating, that Europe is decayed, Europe is losing, Europe is weak. And he makes an argument that is about immigration that is, no holds barred. He says that Europe has let all these immigrants in. Europe has been wrecked as a result. Nations are losing their identity, the president says, because of immigration. They got to get them all out, the way he's attempting to do here in the United States. He has a way of speaking. We have to be frank about this, where he leans very heavily on race. When he's criticizing Jasmine Crockett and says she's a low IQ individual. For Trump, when he says someone is a low IQ individual, he's talking about and referring mostly to people of color. And when you stop and listen to him, now he's making friends with all the right-wing folks in Europe. But when you listen to him, he's got a message that really is kind of creepy. In a way, it's kind of Europe has a very bad record of dealing with the minorities, and I don't think President Trump is helping the situation. I think he's fanning the flames, Connell.
Yeah, what do you think of that Jasmine Crockett story? I know you're right, the president certainly got after her, but her getting in the race in Texas, she she jumped in, Colin Allred got out, and now, like last hour we were talking about, this is almost, just in some people's minds, kind of like the Democrats' Tea Party moment. I don't know. How do you see it?
Well, I hope, that for people who favor Democrats, I don't particularly, but I think that the whole notion of an invigorated party driven by youthful energy, like Mamdani in New York, the new mayor in New York, that's good. Jasmine Crockett certainly has that verve. But I also think that in her case, and in the case of many progressive politicians, she is too hot to handle. I think that Texas is much more conservative than Jasmine Crockett. She may do well in Dallas and Houston, in the big cities, maybe, in the college town, but she's, I think, too saucy. For a politician in the Lone Star State. I'm just saying. I mean, what do I know, Colin?
Yeah, well, people have said that about you, Geraldo, in fairness, that you were too saucy. But here you're still going after all these years, right? Here's a little bit of Jasmine Crockett.
Way too saucy, that's it.
And what she said in her announcement to get into this race. Take a listen.
I'm the only one who has gone toe-to-toe with Donald Trump, and there's a reason he's always got my name in his mouth. Well, Trump, I know you're watching, so let me tell you directly, you're not entitled to a damn thing in Texas. Don't take Texas for granted, and don't count us out. It's our time.
Too saucy, huh?
Well, who knows? I don't know. Maybe there's something about her that will attract the moderate voters. You talk about a Tea Party, which means that people are getting much more active about politics. What is her message, other than being against Trump?
Yeah.
I think that she needs to evolve to be a complete politician. Again, I give her credit for chutzpah and sass. But I don't know how far that takes you. The president continues, I think. I don't know if you've noticed, but he still seems a bit on the tired side to me. He seems like
you thought he was cranky yesterday, wasn't that right?
Wearing him down. I thought he was definitely cranky.
You're never cranky, by the way.
And the way he went after the way he went after Rachel Scott.
Oh,
if
right,
I were
of
her
ABC.
boyfriend,
Yep.
I would say. Yeah, I say, Mr. President, what the? Yeah, give me a break.
He's done that a bunch of times in recent weeks, especially with female reporters. He did it on the plane. He's done it a bunch of times.
Why the women? Why women? I don't get why he has, a guy who has a reputation of being quite the bon vivant in his day. Really. You talk about sauce. He was all about sauce. But why he's denigrating women in a way that, and particularly these accomplished reporters, Caitlin Collins, I mentioned Rachel Scott. There are more.
She asked him a good question. He asked about something he said, and I think that's what that was. And then, there was one moment in the press conference anyway yesterday. He asked about something he had said, a quote, and then he says, "Oh, I never said it," which he did, and then that started the back and forth. I believe.
But the next time he says low IQ individual, I bet you there's going to be a black person involved, and it is a backdoor racist remark, at least in context. And I wish he would stop it. Low IQ individual, terrible reporter, disgusting, fatty, And I love the guy for so long, and it's just beneath him, and certainly the office of the presidency. I wish he would stop doing it. And I think he also needs to nap. He's got to take a break.
Take a nap.
He's got to come back.
Do you nap? Do you take naps?
He's got to be. Yeah, I do. I do take naps. Particularly when I have a morning hit or job. Right. I do the morning. Then I have a great couch in my office. I don't care what's going on in the world. I'm gone for an hour.
Geraldo's
I come
out.
back. I'm all like, okay, all right. Who wants to? All right. Where's the weights? Where's the machine? I want to get
the weights. Oh, come on, let's go. Yeah, the chin-ups. like Bobby Kennedy. Let's go here. All right, Geraldo, you're the greatest. You
That
never
dude
know.
is impressive.
I say it all the time. You never know with Geraldo. Thank you, my friend. We'll talk again tomorrow. I want to just
I got you banana. I'm going to bring it to New York.
All right, best of the bunch. Thank you. Best of the bunch. That's a huge award. Huge award. Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.